Emma, we're back, guys. All right. I got two awesome guys waiting in the back room here. I don't know why I have an image of a Rolex turning around, but we're going to be talking about the Grand Seikos. The Grand Seikos. They actually, I got to be honest. I was barely alive yesterday, but I made it my mission to survive to get through the Grand Seiko event, and it paid off. I actually gained some freaking appreciation and talked to non-Rolex collectors, and those are different type of species. Let's get it. Tia Tickers, welcome, man.
Thank you. Cheers, ma'am. Thank you.
Guys, welcome to the show. Sorry, I'm a little bit too excited. I'm wearing my t-shirt. In and Out Las Vegas. In and Out was good part. That was the good part.
Life-changing experiences.
Wow. Tell me, what was the In and Out bit? Or should we not talk about that? Is that X-rated?
Freaking magical. It was animal style. Animal style.
Whoa. Was that the swingers party In and Out? Or was that just in and then out a bit later? Or...
Hello, good evening, TNT.
I wish I stayed at the In and Out. I should stick with the kids stuff and leave the adult stuff for people who are a little bit more responsible than myself. But before we begin, I need to give a shout out to the Soho Watch Company. Soho Watch Company.
Wow,
okay, let me show you this. These guys, I met them at the London Watch Show. Actually, let me bring up their Instagram account here real quick. They're such cool freaking guys. Soho. Let's see here. Watch Company. Here we go. Just bring it up here. Because today's episode is sponsored by the Soho Watch Company. Guys, check them out on the Instagram. These guys, not going to believe it. They hooked me up with one of their... Oh, that's a card. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, that's the card. That's the card. They hooked me up with one of their watch stands. Check it out. Basically what it is, instead of leaving your watch on the table to just kind of, if you just leave your watch like this, it's going to scratch the back. You leave it like that, it's going to scratch the side, right? That's what you do here. Yeah, what you do is you just put the watch like that.
Well, I don't take mine off. I wear mine in bed, and if I take it off, it goes in the watch box, and I get another one. So that doesn't count. I never rarely put it on the table, mate, because I see the watch box are on my wrist.
My wife also sleeps with the watch, but I never feel comfortable because I always hit shit around me, like
really
new member
the frame of the bed and stuff. But this is kind of cool way. And this is like real marble. It's just a block of marble. See that?
Wow.
Very simple. And they have like really exotic and really expensive. This is like a base model, but they get some ridiculous what's it called? They have some ridiculous models with I don't know stone, but they have, as you can see in these images, they have white marble. And if you have like a decor, if you have like a legitimate house with like stuff, not just junk, this could look really sweet. You know what I mean? Look, yeah, I like that kind of lifestyle. Although my wife would hate it. Did you see this? That looks really sweet. So anyways, I wanted to give the guys the shout out. They gave this to me for free.
Wow.
They said to just enjoy it, and I really appreciate it. Those guys are. So
how does a 36mm watch look on it? Can you actually? Can you see it on there?
Let's see. I can put it here.
Is the watch too small?
Let's see here. Here we go.
I'm joshing you, Tim.
Hey. Oh, it looks good. There you go.
Yeah, I could just about make the watch out. Yeah. Sorry.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's a Sunday night. I got work tomorrow. I'm in quite a good mood. I don't know why.
Yeah, we can't have it. We can't all be serious all the time.
Tim, do you have a new member?
Oh, a new member, MD Chaz. MD Chaz, welcome to the story editor. Ooh, that's cool. Story editor that gives you access to the behind the scenes WhatsApp group and the behind the scenes drama. You guys want to be involved? Check it out. $10, and basically you can look some stuff. Actually, I think I did post yesterday. I will post more stuff from the behind the scenes for the members. Let's see. Let's go through the chatter here. Got T and Tickers and Jonathan. Thank you guys. Air King Ben. Good morning, guys. Make sure you hit the upvote button. JBJB. Congratulations on the new full gold day date 36. I believe he picked it up for still bargain. Man, those day dates, they're bargain at the moment for a full gold watch. James the advisor says, Jonathan, buy a Patek, which is the greatest watch model. Nobody comes close for every aspect: quality, beauty, heritage, and reliability. Ooh.
James the advisor just tries to trolling me.
He's he's trolling you a little bit. Lord Flag, wise not to start until the F1 is finished. What? Right now is the
Formula
F1?
One car racing.
Formula One car
by the
racing,
way,
yeah.
for everybody who hasn't been to the US and you have here European audience, In and Out is a burger shop. So In and Out is not a swinger club.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a good name for a strip club, can't it?
Yeah, well, it's a brilliant name actually, but I think it's copyrighted. So.
Or maybe it's a burger shop with a strip club downstairs or upstairs. It's a big, it's just a front. It's literally a front, isn't it?
No. It's a chain. Well, but that doesn't say anything. You will tell me now.
Does that whip come with a chain as well, Jonathan?
There we go. That is quite wild. By the way, I will be giving away one of these T-shirts from In and Out Burger Joint to a fellow, I don't know, somebody who watched my escapades in Vegas. It was a disaster. Peter Richards, hello. Reen de La Pons, put your hands up for Timbo. Upvote. Thank you. Jonathan, badge guitar. Oh shit! I need to look what the hell happened to my G-Shock. I ordered it from Chrono 24. Never got it yet. You guys want to know where it is? Let's see here. Buy. Sorry. So where's the DHL?
What G-Shock did he buy, Tim?
It's a secret. It's sexy. It is
sexy. Is it new? Is it one of the Patek? Is it the new sort of like shape one? The
no. It's classic.
Classic.
Yep.
Okay.
November 5th. It was in California. It landed in California on November 5th. So I'm guessing next week I'm gonna get the delivery. So
is it coming from Japan?
It's coming from Singapore.
Okay.
Singapore.
So it's a classic model. Okay, it'd be interesting.
It's a classic, but the colors are funky as fuck.
It's got to be pink, then, right? It's got to be pink. You said you wanted a pink T-shirt. Fucking it's a pink T-shirt. It's a pink baby G. It's a pink baby G, isn't it?
You know me a little bit too much, man.
Don't you be fucking wearing that next Sunday, mate, because I will not fucking know you. Next Sunday, mate.
Red Shovel. Evenings all.
A reputation to keep.
Crypto. I have no idea what's going on with crypto. I hope it's going up. And for those who have it, for those who don't have it, it is what it is. Though it doesn't really matter. Here we go. One more time. MD Chaz, thank you so much for becoming a member. Actually, I met like three guys who recognized me at the Grand Seiko event. It was pretty funny. And then we went and got some drinks at the end of the day. They said it looks surreal. It's surreal. I'm like, okay.
Some drinks. How many did that? One drink was that then? Your one.
I won one drink. Yeah, for me it was one drink. I'm not allowed.
Drink.
I'm not drinking more than that.
So if anyone else is giving you a drink, does that count then?
Yeah, one per person. One per.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, right. So if 5 people buy you drinks, you can have 5 drinks then. Is that allowed?
Okay. Okay. I'm going to admit it. I had 2 drinks. I had 2 drinks. I had 1 shot of tequila. And then 1, I think it was Blue Label. He got the Blue Label.
And later you've been to In-N-Out then?
And then later I went home. I was like, dude, I have to wake up. I have to fix computer for my grandmother. And yeah. And that's today. I was just like suffering. Oh, that's the MD Chaz. This is what's up, Tim. Met you in New York City yesterday. That GS9 event was pretty cool.
Tim is not used to be broadcasting from the studio.
Oh, God. You know
GS9 Club representing.
Car crash today,
there we go.
Actually,
look at this. I even kept the sticker.
I've just logged in with the GS9 Club. I thought that you can only become a member when you buy at a boutique, and I haven't bought at boutiques.
I was invited by. I'm VIP. Come on, guys. What do you think? It's
very important pisshead.
Yeah. I was invited. Bryce, I believe Bryce invited me. Let's see here. Huh? Bryce.
Don't dox him.
Okay. Yeah. That's the president.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have him on the Instagram. Yeah.
Tim, have you noticed that to celebrate this evening, I've put my GS on my avatar?
You did, actually.
And I'm wearing it
here. You're wearing it with you. Oh, that's the blossom, cherry blossom.
Yes.
Nice. Very nice. Let's actually
in my
have
opinion,
it like
the best affordable that they're doing right now.
Oh, yeah. It's
but I hope that we're going to discuss that.
Oh, we're going to discuss everything. Yeah. We're going to discuss everything. We got a lot of time. We got Design Atelier joining us. And Nick is asking 5470 or 5980 gotta be a PC. Hey, so those Paddock references, right?
Super chat
from Ray Madura.
Pendulum upvoted, guys. Please make sure to upvote Ray Madura. $50. My God, just caught up with your GS9 stream. More great info for all of us enthusiasts. I almost drove to New York. I ordered the Minamo last August. Can't wait. Whoa. What is a Minamo? Tell me what that is.
Actually, that I'm trying to find out because I'm not too familiar with those nicknames. Minano is the Blue Lake.
The Blue.
Very good choice, Ray Madura.
Oh, that's the one I got to hold it, but it didn't have a movement in it.
SGLA
is this one right here?
007.
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty. Yeah.
The lake.
The one where I ask if the surface does sparkle.
I want to show the movement because I want to talk about the movement.
Fuck the movement. Look at the dial. That's nice.
It is gorgeous. Nice. It's got the new spring drive movement. Actually, in that video there was some information about the move. By the way, so here's the thing. Because of the Vegas screwed me over. I didn't have the tripod with me, right? So I had to hold the phone with like my hand.
Amateur hour,
yeah. And I couldn't attach the microphone, so I only had 2 hours of the live stream, and I wasn't talking much because there was I don't even know if you guys could hear what the people on stage were saying.
We could. It was boring, but
yeah,
we could.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no criticism. No.
It's a different kind of stream. We can't have Vegas excess streams every night.
Yeah. I mean, Buddy Girls on night.
Tim Design Atelier is asking to become a mod so that he can post links, and usually his links are hilarious.
Sure, let's add Design Atelier as a mod for the links, as long as he doesn't moderate speech. And Pendulum says, cherry blossom looks epic. And actually, I believe one of the guys that I was hanging out there had the cherry blossom. It's so subtle, so subtle. Yeah, I think that was Kevin. Kevin had the cherry blossom, I believe.
Yeah, I think many people are afraid of the pinkish hue, but you may be able to confirm that that it's not pink at all.
No,
only under a certain angle and a certain
only
light.
certain angle. It's pink, and and so what happens, because people when they take picture, they really exaggerate because they put it a little bit through the Photoshop, through the Lightroom, and they capture it in that angle when that pink is expressed.
Exactly. They try to find the angle where it hits. So
I thought it was a snowflake. Oh, I know the movement is. No, wait. Actually, movement on that is the
the
same.
case
The
is
dial
totally different than the
yeah,
dial. Yeah.
the dial, yeah. But yeah, it's completely there. By the way, what's interesting about these new hour markers that they have the angles on these arrow markers, they kind of reflect the angles on the lugs. Like the design symmetry of the watch is translated onto the dial as well. Very interesting stuff. And
super chat
from JBJB, 20 euros. Tim, thanks for leaving the drama behind and bringing all of the awesome watch content. Thank you for all you do. JBJB, thank you so much for the super chat. Exactly. I just want to talk watches. That's what it's all about. We're watch enthusiasts. We're not drama enthusiasts.
JB, thank you for always supporting.
There's a drama show. If those who are interested, that's the thing. We can't all do drama.
Yeah, one from Australia about 12 o'clock midnight UK time, I think, or 11 o'clock now.
And it's entertaining. It's entertaining, but you want to talk watches. We do this thing. You want to do drama. We have a drama hour for those who are interested in that.
If we have drama, I'm out.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what it's all about. And Greggy boy, 10 pounds. See you on Friday. Timbo. Greggy boy, here's the deal. Me and Paul, we're gonna be taking the train together from Brighton. So we'll meet you then, man. We'll meet you.
Yeah, Greggy boy, you're there Sunday. I think he said he was going to be there Sunday because I'm there Sunday. He did mention it. So, Greggy boy, just stick in the chat whether you're going to be there Sunday, mate.
Oh, he's going to be there probably Friday. I'm going with him to the Harrods.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we're going to try to hit the what was the other event? It's a
I know you mean the other watch thing. Yeah, but I wonder what about the BW one? Is he going to be there Sunday, Greggy boy?
I hope he's going to be there for the Winterfest.
Yeah. Just say so. Yeah,
Winterfest, let's go. How long is the train ride from Brighton to London? It's like an hour or something?
About an hour. I think it's about an hour. Yes.
Okay. It's short. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He says he's going to be Friday. Yeah, Friday through Sunday. Friday perfume shop.
Hey, through Sunday. Right. I'll be there Sunday morning. Go. I booked for 1 o'clock. Both said I'll be coming earlier than 1 o'clock on Sunday. I'll be coming earlier.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. I'll be there earlier. Yeah, defo. Looking forward to it.
Badge Guitar, by far the best stream when it comes to watches. Perfect balance and great panel. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into the discussion. Actually, well, first of all, congratulations one more time to Ray for ordering this beautiful, beautiful Grand Seiko. We'll get into the movements, and the dials as we go along because I don't want to spoil it too much. It's got some incredible new movement, and we had some explanation at the GS9 event. So it's gonna be incredible stuff. All right, let's start with where do you, Jonathan? Where do you want to start? You got something or
no? Go ahead.
Let's just cover the latest releases. Let's go through some of the stuff that they did here, and let's hear what do you guys think about these new releases from Grand Seiko, because they have really upped their game. from what they had before.
There's enough of them.
Seiko and Grand Seiko are in a very unique position and in a very unique time. Rolex is becoming unobtainable. The supply is not there. So people are looking for alternatives, which may be then Omega. Omega is not everybody's cup of tea. And additionally, Omega is also going boutique, which means no discounts. And this opens the doors for the ADs wide open for Seiko, because the ADs are looking for alternatives. And I think Grand Seiko is smelling this, and I would like to know how much or how many items they sold last year in the US, because they are now working very hard on the American market to increase their base. Why don't we start with that green manual watch? With the green dial.
The manual watch.
Manual with the green dial.
This is the manual.
Yep. Oh, is it automatic? I think it's manual.
No. I think these, because this is the limited edition, 3 limited editions. I think they might be a manual.
Let's have a look on the movement. I thought that is.
Oh, it is. Yes.
Manual. Yeah.
That's 3 limited editions in the 36.
Fuck, that's nice. I like that.
Oh, just really quick here, Kevin, that's the guy from yesterday. Thank you so much for becoming a story editor. Oh, dude, thank you so much. Got another story editor, Kevin. In the description there, you'll see the link to the WhatsApp. Come on in, join the behind the scenes, and he also has my phone number anyway. So, if anything, you just call me after the show. He's the guy with. Well, he got the tequila shot. That's the guy with the cherry blossom, I believe. I believe it's a cherry blossom. So let's see here, because actually quite a lot of Grand Seiko reps, they were wearing these limited editions.
I like that dial, that green dial. That's beautiful. It's like a frost dial, is it?
It's actually like, to me, when I first saw these 3 limited editions, so they come in 3 different colors, right? So these 3 Grand Seikos, it came out like the dark green, light green, and the like fresh green. I would call this the fresh green.
Okay.
They're very thin. The size is 37, so they're like
37 millimeters.
Yeah, they're like a college travel alternative, like a dress, like a businessman's dress watch.
Yeah,
maybe you remember the plain dress watch that you presented also on 37 millimeters that doesn't have the central second hand, but it's basically the same movement, the same model, just like those green ones. How did you like the size?
I like it. I really like it, and I think also the trend is going towards a little bit smaller watches. On leather strap, actually, what it is. So, I believe it's let's see here. I believe, MD Chaz, right? He had 2. He was actually double fisting 2 Grand Seiko.
Double wristing.
Yeah, double wristing, and he had both of them were like they came originally on the metal strap, but he put them on leather. And they're like a little bit smaller, but a smaller watch on a leather strap actually looks better than a watch on the steel, same size. So like if these 37 mil size watches, right? If they were on a steel bracelet, I think they would look actually smaller. There's something about the bracelet that actually when it's on the bracelet, the watch actually looks smaller. If it's a small watch, it makes it look kind of small. But you put a smaller watch on a leather strap, and it makes the watch look bigger. It's the contrast between the strap and the watch.
We have a super chat.
Oh, okay. This is scary. Perth Luxury super slap, not super chat, not super chat. No more going. You know where? We have to talk tax missing with JJ's and Doug BBW again. Damn. Tax minimizing. Dude, I'm trying not to. Okay.
Hey, Perth Luxury, haven't heard from you for a while. Thank you for the super chat.
David H says, I have looked at Grand Seiko. Oh, what the hell? It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
David that encourages some more super chats.
No. That's it. That's one per stream. I can't take it too much. David H, I've looked at Grand Seikos in person several times at the local AD. Somehow just doesn't do it for me. Respect their technology, and I have a feeling maybe I don't understand what makes them special. That's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to get into it because I too was skeptical, and actually it's a different crowd. The people who like Grand Seikos, they're totally different crowd of people. I'll explain. We got Speedy Hernandez. Tim needs to stop with all the Grand Seiko coverage, otherwise I'm gonna have to get one. Hey man. I actually look. I want one as well. Man, Speedy super slap fun. No, please don't. Please don't.
If she no.
Thank you very much.
That's it. I actually hold on. I'm gonna disable.
Right. How much money?
I can't take much more.
How much money do we have to pay to get another one of them?
It doubles every time.
Right. So we give $10, and we'll get another one of them.
Next one is 20. So that's it. We're not doing that anymore. Okay.
I don't think you have a choice.
Okay, I'm sorry. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, okay. So I was answering here. I was talking about there is difference in the crowd and what makes their technology so special. I wouldn't say their technology is so special, but their technology is on level with, if not better than like Rolex at the moment. And they have different types of tech, and we have to understand, like, a lot of people like why people like Rolex. It's not so much, I think, at this time, it's not so much their tech, but because they retain value. So a lot of people like that retain value. That's one. Number two, they are kind of, they're robust. They can get it done. But if you look at some of these new movements, not only Grand Seiko is on par, I would say they're even a little bit high. They're definitely better than Omega. So
let me ask you a question, Tim. And I don't know about Grand Seiko. So compared with my normal Seiko, which is a Japanese one, which is nice.
Yeah.
How much? What sort of are they made in a different factory? What's the script with them?
Yeah, so they're made in a different factory, and they have like additional finishing, and I guess there are some. So for example, one guy, he had the what's called like Snowflake on the budget. So there's like a Presage Seiko. It's a Seiko, right?
Well, that's a Presage. That one's a Presage.
Well, yeah. And there's one, I don't know the reference number, but if someone knows, we can bring it up. But there is a Seiko that is like called let's see, Seiko Presage. Let's do Snowflake. I think we're gonna be able to bring this up because it is like a cheap. It's this one right here.
I don't say cheap. Just say look, cheaper.
It's affordable.
Affordable. Say affordable. Because that's cheap compared. But I love that. That is really
so
good.
TNTickers, the rumor has it, and it has been also the rumor on the GS event. For a start, you must work for Seiko for 20 years until you have the privilege to work on Grand Seiko.
I asked about that. He said 10. And then micro studios would be 20.
Wow. Okay.
So
this is nice. I like this.
Yeah. You see, this is a Presage, but it's got that Seiko on the budget dial.
I like that. I do like that.
It's actually quite a beautiful watch.
I can't afford a Grand Seiko. Well, not unless I stop
Not
buying.
yet. Unless you
so
sell a
TNT
couple.
Gears.
Oh, you see that's $1,000. How much did you pay for yours?
Oh no, this price was I paid 400 for this, but brand new they were 400 English pound. Brand new they were 530. They were like.
I think this is the same story with this one. It was like 500, but now this is sold at over retail.
Oh wow, that's
it
so
doubled
nice.
in price. Yeah.
I mean, all right. If I sold some guitars and stuff, I could probably buy a Grand Seiko, but you know.
I would actually recommend you get this one right here.
I like that.
I think it's not only gonna hold value, it's gonna go up in value, and it's I see they say it's a baby Grand Seiko Snowflake.
Yeah.
Tim, I disagree with you. Getting this watch while you're lusting after a GS, it's just like getting a Tudor when you're secretly watching Rolex watches.
I lost over GS, but I never really afford one at the moment, Jonathan.
So the only thing that this kind of Grand Seiko, this Seiko, lacks compared to compared to Grand Seikos is the movement. The movement here is not so well finished, but they actually said that the movement they put here is one of the.
It's a simplified, yes, but I can't see much Zaratsu finishing.
No, there's no Zaratsu finishing
at the beginning. I can't see that Grand Seiko design language, which Grand Seikos are popular for. So it's certainly a good value watch, but if you're really seriously interested in Grand Seiko, in my opinion, this is just on your way on getting.
But I don't think you're gonna lose money on this.
Depends on how much you pay for it. Yeah.
Well, if you pay a grand, let's see.
There's one on eBay at the moment for 900 English pounds. There's on eBay at the moment.
What about Chrono 24?
There's another one on eBay in Germany for €683, 585 English pounds.
That sounds like a bargain. Is that new?
Let's have a look. No, it's used, but it's got the box and the stuff like that. It's it looks quite nice.
David H, member for 9 months. And he's a producer. Excellent stream, guys. Thank you, David H, for your. And this is like a membership chats. They're like super highlighted, but unfortunately, they don't integrate really well with the StreamYard, so I can't bring them up on the screen. So I'm just gonna say it out loud. Yeah, look at this. This someone selling a private seller selling one for $832.
Okay, yeah, I can get one. I can get one on eBay for 585 English pounds.
500 pounds?
585 English pounds used on eBay.
Cheap.
It's quite cheap actually. That's it's got the box and tags and stuff like that. So it looks.
Hey, put a pin in that. Oh man, now that you said it, someone is gonna fucking buy it on the stream. So
yeah, some fucking on the stream. I know.
Yeah. That's what happens every single time.
Yeah, bollocks to it. Never mind. Well done, Johnny. There'll always be more. I mean, God, I could have bought one last week, but I bought this fucking camera instead, didn't I? So I buy
Peter Richards. Yeah, it's okay. We're talking watches. You don't have to have the watches. You'll get there.
No, Peter Richard makes a good point, and a little bit later, I'm gonna try to explain what is behind Spring Drive. I'm just waiting for the right moment. Did you save that video that I sent you?
2 hours to fill, so 2 hours and 20 minutes. So yes.
Tim, have you saved the video that I've sent you?
No.
I'm serious. This gonna help my explanation.
I haven't.
It's a swatch. You haven't checked my message.
I haven't checked the messages. You know me. By the way, I left my sports coat in the hotel. Such a dumbass. I just fucking. I was looking for it yesterday, going to the Grand Seiko, and I'm like, what the hell is my sports coat? And then I realized, shit, it's in the hotel. So I was trying to figure out how to get it back. So I called Chris today, and luckily, he got the email that I lost it. So I just paid $25 to get it back. Fuck. It never ends, man. It never ends. Okay, I think I got the video. Let's see here. Do you need it now?
Yeah, let's start with spring drive. I think that is a very interesting moment.
Yes.
So just as an introduction, one special thing for Grand Seiko is their spring drive, and
yes, spring drive is special.
Many people don't understand.
If I may just say,
yeah,
in the stream yesterday, we were looking at how the gentleman, one of the Japanese craftsmen, he was putting together a spring drive movement. He was installing the glide wheel. So if someone's interested, I should probably tag the moment when it happens, so that people can easily find it. I'll probably do that. I'm gonna have to do that because otherwise the stream is really boring. But there are like gems, gold nuggets.
Yes, I agree. There are gems. So I'm trying to explain spring drive, and I'm starting with explaining how a mechanical watch movement really works. And basically, mechanical movements are working all the same, and they are working in the way that I've posted that video to you, Tim.
Okay, I'm bringing it up. This is now this video. This shows a quartz or mechanical.
It's a swatch. It's an automatic. It's a mechanical watch. There is one part removed, and guys, check the video.
Okay.
The watch is wound, and I'm pressing the crown.
Oh shit! Looks like it's broken, right? Because it's got
it's not
all the power is just going.
One important piece is missing.
Pallet fork is broken, or what?
It is the pallet that is missing. That's correct.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to show, maybe you can play it again, please.
Yeah. So it's a hacking. So it's hack. You hack the movement. You wound it to the maximum, but the pallet fork is broken.
No, it's removed.
It's removed. Okay.
It's removed by purpose, just to show you how basically any mechanical watch is really working. So without a brake, without a mechanical brake, a mechanical watch would work like that. So what you need now is something that slows down that motion and hacks that movement into regular steps. And that is what the escapement is for. That is what the balance is for. So you need a kind of brake that slows that motion down.
Yeah. So you have let's see, actually, maybe I can bring on an image of what the inside of the movement kind of looks like. See, this is their new spring drive, but here they talk about the new barrels and their barrel spring winding system. But in that video, let's see here, maybe I can just do spring. See here. So in the mechanical movement, you have the pallet fork that has like and you have the spring.
You have the mainspring.
The mainspring and the pallet fork.
And the mainspring, and the mainspring is driving a gear train, which is directly connected to the hands. And
it regulates how many the faster the mainspring beats, the more ticks per second you can get.
That is the hairspring. That is something different.
No, the hairspring ticks, right? There are different speeds of the hairsprings, right?
Yes.
You can have a 4 hertz, you can have 8 hertz. So this new mechanical movement is high beat, meaning they have a hairspring that beats really, really fast.
10 times per second, yes. But now I'm trying to explain. Now I'm explaining I'm trying to explain spring drive, because instead of having that hairspring with that balance, it has an electromagnetic brake.
Yes.
So basically, it is a brake that works with magnetism, and so those wheels are slowed down by an electromechanic brake, which is controlled by a computer chip, and that is powered by the energy from the spring, from the mainspring. So you don't need a battery.
They actually they don't actually even touch there's like a in the video
it's
yesterday
electromagnetic.
You can see
it's not touching.
Yeah, it's electromagnetic. They're not touching, and the chip tells the glide wheel how fast to move.
Yeah. So that is absolutely high tech. And Seiko has been working on that for over 10 years. Reportedly, they made 800 prototypes until they got it working. And it's only generated by the mainspring, like with any mechanical watch. So it's basically a mechanical watch just with an electromagnetic brake.
Yes.
The advantage that you have is you have a very high precision, and you have that entirely how do you say
smooth
moving second hand. So the second hand has a smooth motion instead of any other mechanical watch where the second hand shakes in kind of way.
Yeah. So the ticking of the second hand that you see, that's the pallet fork breaking the power from the mainspring. So the mainspring has power. It pushes the power in. The pallet fork stops the power from going out instantly, like the way it was shown in the video that you had, where the pallet fork was removed. Now, in the spring drive, you have this wheel that actually controls that, and
it
does
generates energy, and it's the electromagnetic brake.
Which is actually, here's the thing. Now, it's going to be a little bit cheesy, but let me explain. So the spring drive, right? People hate the spring drive, okay? Because they think it's related to quartz, right? And they think like quartz is bullshit because it's quartz. It's about that engineering, that old days engineering. That's the horology, right? The history, right? It was, watches existed before quartz. But what's interesting is I was thinking about this yesterday. Like there was that Nature of Time, right? Panel, and I don't know. I want to ask a question, and then I didn't ask because it was a little bit too corny. But if you think about it, right? If you think about how time works, now I have no idea how time works, right? But in a mechanical watch, you see the ticking, right? The time almost stops, and then it goes again, stops, goes again, stops, goes again. Whereas in reality, time doesn't stop. It flows.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. If it even exists. Now, Cars and Chrono, if Cars and Chrono was here, he would be saying, like, what are you talking about? Time doesn't even exist. It's illusion. It's an illusion. But okay.
Tim, we have an interesting comment by Ben Z. He says manual wind are better. Well, there is manual wind also for spring drive because, like I said, it's basically a mechanical watch, so you can have it automatic or with manual wind.
Yeah. You still need. There's still mainspring, but the question is, what regulates in the mechanical watch? Regulator is the pallet fork that breaks, stops, breaks, stops. Yeah. Whereas in the spring drive, it's
it flows.
Yeah, it flows. It's the electromagnetic.
Yeah, and it's not an engine that makes the second hand flow. It is still the mainspring, like on a mechanical watch. That is important to understand. So,
Quartz
yes,
watch.
people.
Now, quartz watch is completely different because it's got it generates its power from a battery.
Exactly, and it has a motor, an electric motor that moves the hands. That is also the main difference.
It's cheating. It's
Well,
different, right? It's
you could see it like that. The other question is, do you still want to write with a mechanical typewriter, or are you using a computer? So people argue that it's maybe an advanced technology without throwing the traditional watchmaking overboard.
Right. It's got the best of both worlds. It's like we have this modern technology, and time never stops, because you have to think about it this way. If you are so committed to sticking with the old technology, you can't actually move forward, right? In order to move the precision of the time making forward, you should always be progressing, right? Whereas kind of giving up on kind of quartz technology is, in a way, going back in time, right? So there's a lot to think about here.
Super chat, JB.
Tim, Jonathan, and TN Tickers. Grand Seiko is not my cup of tea, but I appreciate learning about different brands. Thanks for expanding my knowledge. Thank you, JB.
Thank you very much, JB. That's exactly the point. We have something very different, something modern, but still very romantic. It has its advantages. It has some disadvantages. People can disagree about it, but I think it's important to inform yourself and approach that with an open mind.
Yeah, you don't have to buy it. No one is saying to go. I'm not saying go out and buy a Grand Seiko right now.
Yeah.
I just want you to be educated so that you know what is the difference about this spring drive. Maybe you learned a little bit about spring drive and you say, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not interested. Oh, by the way, cheers for the cup of tea.
Tim,
cup of tea made an
Tim, in my experience, most of people who are skeptic about spring drive change their opinion the first time they see the second hand moving.
Oh, the second hand is
that throws everything overboard,
very
because
romantic.
That is an experience that you can't get from any other movement type.
Let me just point out some new improvements on the new spring drive movement that Grand Seiko has came out with, because this thing is it's state of the art.
Can I just ask, do they only put spring drives in Grand Seikos, or do expensive Seikos have them?
There have been normal Seikos, but almost priced like spring drives. So yes and no, but mostly are in Grand Seikos. Yes.
Thank you. Cheers. Carry on. Thank
you. No. So this new spring drive movement, right? Not only the biggest gripe that I think everyone had, it was the power reserve. That if you look at the Snowflake, it has that power reserve. I'm actually bring up the Snowflake here real quick so people can see. Grand Seiko. Oh, it's actually right there. I don't even have to look at it. So if you look at the Snowflake, and there's a lot of models that have this power reserve, as you can see, on the front of the dial.
So
and
don't like that. Don't like that there.
You don't like the power reserve, right? So a lot of people, you're not the only one. A lot of people do
like
not
like on the face.
Yeah. Especially because, see, if they didn't have such a beautiful dial, most people wouldn't care for it, right?
Yeah.
But because it's so beautiful, most people, what they look at it and they just mesmerized by, and it's got the flowing second hand. Oh, I don't. Have you seen how the second hand flows on the Grand Seiko, on the spring drive?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, 1 second. TNT.
Do you have a video?
You have to. Let me just bring it up. Oh, by the way, guys, make sure to hit the upvote button. Oh, and we got a super chat from Speedy Hernandez, $5. Vintage Omega F300 secondhand sweeps is magic too, based on the Boulevard Accutron movement.
It is not as smooth as Grand Seiko. I'm
not
sorry, Speedy Hernandez.
But
it's not.
Actually, we might bring it up. We might bring it up. Okay,
I mean,
let's just
that Power Reserve. It's like a supermodel with like a wart on the face or something, isn't it?
It's right, exactly. I mean, that's the that is the complaint. No. That's a legitimate thing. That's what people say. Like, what the hell? So let me just.
But I have a counterpoint on that.
Go on. You
No.
dated a supermodel with a wart on the face.
Just watch the smooth sweep of the second hand.
Look at that. You see it?
Play some sexy music, Tim. But actually, your video is stuttering.
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
Oh, dear.
Why is the video stuttering? Can you imagine? Okay, here we go. See it. Look at this.
Oh,
it's still stuttering.
You see that? No, for me it's smooth, but yeah, the video. I don't know. I think it's because
for me
of the latency.
Stuttering.
It's the latency.
But it doesn't stutter. So actually, my counterpoint to that Power Reserve display is.
Yes.
Tiantikas, do you have a car?
I do. Yes, absolutely.
Do you have a fuel gauge on your car?
I do.
Have you ever driven with a defective fuel gauge?
Yeah, I think I've run a car before now with a fuel gauge.
I have, and that is a terrible experience. Won't you agree? When you have no idea how much fuel is in the tank.
I couldn't really equate it to having a watch, with just
No, but to me,
first world problem, innit?
Particularly on kind of tool watches, in my opinion, Power Reserve really makes sense because you see how much it's wound up and if it's supposed to be working. And that's a little bit my analogy with the fuel gauge.
Well, I'd say no. What I do if I had this watch, I just hand wind it every day, so I know that when I hand wind it, unless it's broken, I've got at least a day.
You charge it full. You charge it full every time you drive it.
I would. I love hand wind watches. I think they're great. Well, a lot of my automatics, I do hand wind them.
When you reach my age, you're
not
turning
that far
around.
Off, Jonathan. How old are you? How old are you, Jonathan?
I'm 57.
I'm 55, mate. 56 in March. Okay. I'm nearly with you. Go on, carry on.
So I've been turning around very often and wondered, have I locked now the door lock or not?
Oh, really? That's a doctor's job, that, mate. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was worried about my memory when I realized that I forgot my jacket. I had a horrible morning. I woke up with massive depression. What the hell is happening to me? I forget everything.
Oh, dear
Christ. I did. I swear.
God, well, you're probably having what me and Jonathan have got at a very early age, mate. That's not good.
Yeah.
I forget stuff. I mean, just like Jonathan does. I mean, I'm 55, he's 57, but you're what, 31, 32?
32, or going to be 33. Shit.
Oh, you're in the shit then, aren't you? You're in the shit then if you're forgetting stuff at your age. My God, when you get to 55, mate, you'll be screwed.
So I gotta coming back to the question, I know the Boulevard Accutron technology, and when you watch carefully on the movement, you can even see those two arms swinging. So it's not a perfect smooth motion, just like
one on that video is gorgeous. That one there, I like that. On that video, it's really nice.
Piruka says that door thing is one of his nightmares too. I tell you what is even more a nightmare. 2 years ago, just before COVID, we went to Italy on a cruise, and my wife told me in the plane that she's not sure if she remembered to turn off the electric stove for in the kitchen. How do you call it?
Oh, fuck!
Where you heat up the water.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Because he was heating up something just before we left. So from Rome airport, I called the neighbors. The neighbors don't have the door because we have a security system. Nobody can. I called the neighbor to look into our kitchen window to check if the lights are on or off. So that is a nightmare, I can tell you.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Chris, he forgot to turn off the engine on his dune buggy. We went into the chicken farm, so it was a problem. Hey man, we're getting old. I mean,
Yeah.
forget stuff. Forget stuff.
Really?
I
Yes,
mean,
that's it.
but for young people like Kevin right here says, I love the power reserve. I love the spring drive, but some days it feels soulless. I miss the second-hand stutter. It's a completely different aesthetic, as you can
Why do
see.
Seikos have a second-hand stutter? I know that some Chinese movements have.
Oh yeah,
Standard Seiko, what my pressage is going to have a second-hand stutter.
Absolutely, it stutters like hell.
Where's it going to be at one particular point?
So now here's check this out. So we talked about sorry about this one. So this is the new spring drive, right? So what is different between the old Snowflake spring drive and the new spring drive? Before I forget to talk about this, right?
Okay.
So number one, they moved the power reserve to the back, right? That way you still got your fuel gauge, but it's not on it's under the hood. So
it's not water.
Yeah, it's
on
not
the
back.
water in your face anymore.
No water in the face anymore. Yeah.
They upped the power reserve from 3 days to 5 days.
It's on our ass, Jonathan. Sorry.
Yeah, it has double barrel, twin barrel.
And the way they double barreled this movement is actually quite ingenious. So they had to they came up with this system. I got a chance to play around with it. Oh wait, first of all, it's bi-directional winding system. And the way they did it is with this special
Tim, they have that magic lever for many decades. So that is not new to that movement.
No, but what's okay, but anyways, so it's the offset. And anyways, I played around with it. Here's the thing. What's really cool is if you go to yesterday's video, they have a blow up version of it, and you get a chance to play around with it. It's quite magical. AL $5 super chat. The new 5-day spring drive tells me that Grand Seiko is still innovating and will continue improving its performance. Accuracy is already plus minus 1 second per day. Exactly. So
that's exactly the point.
To put 5 days of power in this movement, and to still make it so small. What they had to do, actually, they had twin barrel. The two barrels, they're actually different size to conserve space. Because if you have two barrels that are identical, right, they take up a lot more space, right? And in this kind of what's called in the spring drive, right? So it still has to have that computer. We see whereas the mechanical watch, they don't need as many parts. It's here they have two different mainsprings, and the barrels are different size to conserve space. I mean, like, these guys are really working
Tim,
hard.
may I add the accuracy of plus minus 1 second is also a very positive thing about spring drive. And I can tell you from my experience, my spring drive goes less than 1 second in 10 days.
Well, here they're saying this new movement got plus minus 10 seconds per month. So that's even more accurate.
Yeah, I have 3 seconds per month.
Yeah, the quartz oscillator and the temperature sensor. So it's even it accounts for temperature changes.
And there is an interesting comment from Andy Chas, who says FP Journe have the power reserve on the dial as well. Nobody complains about that.
Actually, I did have a discussion with one of the gentlemen there about that. The FP Journe people are not complaining, but the thing is, FP Journe dials, they're not as beautiful. That's why I believe people are complaining. FP Journe dials, they're not like, they're designed for legibility. That's all it is.
Oh, come
and
on,
there's
Tim.
there's some guillocheting around the thing. No, but it's a completely different thing. It's
now
not
you're
like
walking hell. I see the
look,
headline. Tim Wright has
look.
no idea about dials.
Hold on, Jonathan. It's completely different form of beauty.
Yes.
Here we talk about like look. You look at this dial right here, right? That is just like a chocolate river, right? That's what it is. It's chocolate river. It's just
It's a
beautiful. Yeah, but you open up FP Journe, FP J.
It's a very nice guilloche dial,
right?
No,
it's a complete.
It's
a completely. Oh wait,
it's a different aesthetics. I agree with that. Yes,
the beauty is look like you look at this one. Like how's that? Yeah,
Swiss
what
is
is
freaking out as well.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can freak out all you want, but it's a completely different form of beauty. We're looking at like rivets. Like you open up the Havana, right? The Havana, it's the guilloche. It's a completely different dials. They're like when we say like beautiful, it's completely two. So it's like if you have two pieces of art, one is like a modern piece of art, and the other one is like a building, right? Like architectural art, or like you're comparing a painting to a structure. It's like come on, man, it's different.
I would try to build the bridges and say it's a different design direction. I would totally get that. But FP Journe dials are also very gorgeous, and
Yes.
It stays. Nobody complains about that huge power reserve on FP Journe. Why is everybody so obsessed about Grand Seiko?
Because they're part like the guilloche. You see, you look at the guilloche on the dial, right? And it's in the center. It's portioned to the center. You got our indices around, right? There's cutouts. So it's almost like they structured these cutouts. There's symmetry to the cutouts. The stuff kind of makes a little bit more sense. Whereas like the dial on the Grand Seiko is just flat, and it's supposed to represent like snow, as if snow covered dial. When it's a snow covered dial, you want a full dial covered in. You don't want cutouts. And it's like that's power reserve. Like what is a snow dial has to do with power reserve? Whereas here they're not pretending that this is snow. It's like this is guilloche, the art of cutting metal or whatever this thing is made out of, whatever the dial is made out of, right? That's completely different aesthetic. Tim, cut down the THC. All right, guys. All right.
What's THC? Okay. Sorry, what's THC?
So
THC
like look
cannabis.
Here. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's
cannabis?
Cannabis
is on the weed. Stay off the weed.
I know it's THC. I mean, I know what weed is, for fuck's sake. But
no, but THC is, I think, the chemical that makes you high.
Oh, is it? Right, learn something new every day. And on the Watch Talk, I learned what the cannabis contents are.
Yeah, you learn something new every day.
Archie won't fucking tell you that, will he? Stay here with Tim to find out about cannabis, kids.
You learn something new every day. What's also but also look at how tiny this caliber is, that they were able to fit it into a 34 millimeter case. I mean,
yeah, and it's flatter than the old one, as far as I know. Yes.
Yeah, it's huge improvements. Improvements, as far as I know. Yeah, and as we said, 0.5 seconds plus minus 0.5 seconds a day.
What size is that? What size is that case?
34.
What size is that?
Only 34. Yeah.
I thought it was quite small.
No, that is the movement.
I wondered why. I wonder why. Is it what?
I think
I wondered why you like that.
40?
I wondered why it's 40. It doesn't look 40. It looks small.
Oh no, it's quite chunky.
It just look. Oh right, it looks small. I don't know.
Anyways, the point is. Oh, and also, there's another thing. In this new movement, they also presented new ways of beveling the dial. So as you can see, all the bridges and it's called the rotor. They're all beveled at the 45-degree angle. And obviously, it's not beveled by hand. That's only Micro Artist Studios does that. But here, they bevel all the entrances to the screws, everything, all the plates, everything that's on the outside has that bevel. So it creates those beautiful beautiful shimmer, and also it is finished to like a matte kind of a finish.
Yeah, it's
looks completely different in reality.
It's very serene. They deliberately not make the Geneva stripes too often. Yes. Grand Seiko is different, and they are not that expressive in their decoration. They are more subdued, but you can see it, for example, on the countersinks on the screws. How nicely that is done, and those new movements are very pretty and very high quality compared to the Swiss competition.
So how many people?
By the way,
how many
Kevin,
people
if you want to come onto the show, use the link. You can jump on. If you're on the computer, you can jump on the show and talk with us. People complain because at the end of the day, the word Seiko is there. And if there's a word Grand in front of it, the Grand Toyota. David H.
How many people would take the watch off? How many people would take the watch off to read the power reserve? It was on the back, though. How many people would actually do that?
With the power reserve
many,
in the back?
I would guess, yes.
Yeah. How many people would take the watch off?
I would fucking love power reserve in the back.
And you would take the watch off to do that, would you?
You know, Tea and Tickers, I think...
you check it in the morning.
Yeah,
I think they need that power reserve just to point out that this is basically an automatic movement, a mechanical movement, and not a battery-operated movement. I think
actually,
the power reserve...
No. Actually, now they use two different types of styling. This one now the spring drive now is frosted, whereas the automatic got the Geneva stripes.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah. Now you can really tell. You look at the back and immediately it pops. It pops completely two different. No video. Yeah, sure. No video. Jonathan doesn't use video, so you can jump on. You don't have to turn on the camera. And actually, you enter into the back room first. I'm not gonna put you live right away. It's not how it works.
Tim, because design, until you brought it up, I think it's also a very interesting discussion, and I would love to have somebody who is really against Grand Seiko here on the panel.
Oh yeah, if somebody wants to
discuss
jump
those
on.
points.
Yes.
People are complaining about Grand Seiko, about the name. Because it has Seiko inside, and people say it's like a Grand Toyota.
I actually asked the guy whether Seiko is trying to merge the two brands together and just make it Seiko and then just have different price points. Because if you think about it,
they separated the companies just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, that it is a kind of a little bit of a...
No, let me try to find an explanation why Seiko is not doing that, and why Seiko keeps it exactly like it is. So I remember my first time in Japan. That must have been 1995. I knew what Rolex watches are. I entered into a department store in Tokyo. I saw some Rolex watches, and I saw some Grand Seiko watches next to them. Never seen Grand Seiko before. I knew Seiko from back home. Same price, like a Rolex, and I thought, who in their right mind is paying the same amount of money for a Seiko, like for a Rolex? And that is exactly the discussion where people's minds are spinning around. So people say, yes, if you get rid of the name Seiko, then it gets more valuable, just like Toyota did with Lexus.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is a very, very American approach.
Okay.
What you have to know is Seiko is owned by a company or by a family which is called Hattori. The Hattori company owns 100% of Seiko. The Seiko name for the Hattori watches is now 100 years old. Grand Seiko, they're making since 60 years. The first Grand Seiko came out 60 years ago. So that is something that they're very proud of. And I don't think that anybody in the Seiko organization is even thinking about changing that name. You can argue why is
maybe
Omega
they can do it
called
for an
Omega
American market or for other markets. I don't know. It's I actually there's a lot of like other brands that change the names for the American market to market it to American.
But Seiko is a Japanese company, and Japanese people are very traditionally oriented. They are not moving very quickly with those traditions, and that is something that we love about them. So Seiko is different.
Let's bring on Kevin. He's in the back room. Let's see here. Kevin, hey, you're on.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Kevin.
Hey, guys.
Welcome back. How are you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Recovering. I'm in the recovery mode.
We didn't give you that many shots, so.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to stay away. You know, Mark wanted me to get another shot. I was like, no, thank you. I'm all good. Got to wake up. Full day of work tomorrow.
Yeah, the power reserve in the back, I love it, but I still prefer in the front. So like everybody's different.
Yeah.
Ooh, you prefer it on the front?
Yeah,
like
I like it in the front. Yeah.
Are you using it or like what?
Yeah.
Like, does it ever go down? I don't understand.
It does. My biggest complaint about a Grand Seiko spring drive is its winding. It sounds like I'm breaking the watch.
Wait, but yours automatic winding or is it?
So when I wind it to charge it up.
Oh, like, you don't wear it like every day. You let the.
I don't wear it every day, no. So like if I wind it up, it sounds like I'm breaking the watch. It sounds so bad. Like if you wind up a Speedmaster, it feels so crisp. It just feels good when you wind up that watch. But when you wind this Grand Seiko spring drive, it just feels so bad.
You got the cherry blossom, right?
Yeah, cherry blossom.
You think it feels bad? I have the opposite feeling, to be honest.
Like everybody's different. Like I love my Speedmaster winding. It's just so crisp and clean.
Okay.
So good.
I like that it's a little bit frosty. The feel when you wind it up, and it's totally
almost
different.
Like left it in the snow overnight. Maybe that was the trick that they were trying.
Yeah, I guess they're different. Very different.
They're like, oh, the reason we called it the Grand Seiko, they're trying to imitate that feel of the snow everywhere.
It's a different experience compared to any other traditional watch, I can tell you. Well, Kevin finds it negative. I find it quite refreshing.
I have to let me try to wind it next time we meet up.
Yeah. You'll see how bad it sounds.
Yeah, so don't wind it next time.
It makes a grinding noise, but only if you wind it by hand. One second.
Yes.
I'm trying to wind my watch up.
I mean, it shouldn't make that noise, though, should it? I mean, I know it does, Jonathan, but
can you hear that, guys? One second.
Ooh.
Oh,
it's awful, man.
No,
you see what I mean?
But it feels great.
It feels great, but it sounds awful.
It feels as bad as it sounds.
And you like that, Jonathan? You accept that, Jonathan? You accept that?
Look, I totally accept when somebody has a totally different opinion. I'm very
you accept
happy.
that noise. Do you accept that noise?
Yes.
You can hear that, and you think
yes,
it's okay.
Because I have 3 spring drive Grand Seikos, and all have that noise, so it's very unique and recognizable. I'm okay with it.
Wow. Okay.
Are you sure you didn't just take like your zipper and just played with it?
Yeah,
and told us, I'm winding the watch. I don't have camera on. There's no evidence actually that you are in fact winding the watch.
I think you were just pulling your flies up and down, weren't you, Jonathan?
Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
To Grand Seikos. To Grand Seiko's defense
here as well. Hold on. I got a Grand Seiko.
To Grand Seiko's defense.
There you go. There you go. Point proven. Point proven.
But to Grand Seiko's defense, the sound is not so strong when the mainspring is not fully wound up. It gets stronger when it's fully wound, and my watch is not fully wound at the moment.
Hey, it's all good. It's just having fun. We're just having fun. I'm sure you either get used to, trying to crack some jokes, guys. Just lighten up, everybody. Just everybody, calm down, calm down. That's it is quite a beautiful watch. By the way, Kevin, what do you think about the Grand Seiko name? Would you prefer it if it was just Seiko on the dial, or do you enjoy that Grand Seiko?
I like it actually. I hope they don't change it.
Let's actually bring up the cherry blossom.
AC is very angry about me because he says Toyota is also a Japanese brand and they changed to Lexus. So what about the traditions? I agree, but maybe watchmaking is not like car making.
I actually like the double branding back in the day when they had Seiko and then Grand Seiko.
And by that logic, Credor, which is also a Seiko company, would fly off the shelves just because it doesn't have Seiko in the name, but that's not the case. So there is a counterexample.
Well, it's a different price point. I think if Credor, the more popular watches were at a more affordable range, people would be lining up to buy Credor.
But that Credor is also available in the $2,000-$3,000 range.
Yeah, those are like the ugly ones.
That's true. Yes,
those are ugly. If you like that, if you had like the Aichi 2, at a really reasonable price point, people would be buying those up too.
Yeah.
There was
By the way,
wearing,
this image is not accurate. The cherry blossom is no way.
No, it's not that pink.
And let me show you the movement. The movement. Now, I'm kind of glad that they changed up their treatment of the movement. Like it is really impressive, but like the whole language of the striping, I'm glad that they're doing their own thing, because like the Japanese brand, they don't have to do like Swiss striping. So I appreciate, even though it's got that rainbow reflection. I don't know how is that, like they do it with some kind of a different machine or something. I don't get it. What makes it like almost rainbow reflections on this Geneva striations? Do you know, Jonathan and Kevin?
I think the graining is finer than on the Swiss watches, which may cause then that rainbow effect.
Yeah, because I imagine it's painful to put the movement together because you have all this glare. It's almost like a disco ball. It obviously doesn't translate.
It definitely doesn't show up like that in real life. I think they're.
Tim, can you please pull up the watch again?
Yes.
Because the special thing about this watch is it doesn't have a bezel.
Oh yes, you're right. Yep. But it's got that. This one got the dual curved crystal, right?
No, it's not curved. It's a box.
No.
Box.
It's
sapphire.
a box. Yeah.
Ooh, really? Because was it the new ones? The new ones got that dual curved crystal.
The manual wine ones, the ones with the SBGY 0030s to 007s, those are the ones that are curved.
Very interesting. Yeah, you're right. No bezel.
That is a very special case. I've been waiting for a Grand Seiko to do that for years. This is basically.
It's not really noticeable. I gotta say, when I held it in my hand, I wasn't like, "Oh, this watch doesn't have a crystal. Doesn't have a bezel. What the fuck?"
Yeah, but it's special. What is also special is that almost every Grand Seiko that I know has a facet at the inside of the lug. Have you seen that, Tim? So the inside surface of the lug has a facet.
What do you mean?
There's a bevel.
Let's see here. Are you talking about where on the?
If you look at the tip of the bracelet.
You're talking about over here, right?
The right tip of the bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is.
It's here. Here it's not fully complete, but most of them have a very long bevel at the inside of the lug, and nobody basically does that.
Actually, what's really what I was really surprised by. So you see these lugs, right? They got these angles, very interesting angles. Like on this one, you can tell it's got very like strange angles. By the way, they actually had the same angles on their like original Grand Seikos, OGs from like the 60s. Because there at the event, they had like a ladies' piece. They had all those really vintage Grand Seikos, and you can see this design language there as well. So it's nice that they're continuing that tradition, kind of. Let's see here. What do we got? DJ the Ponte. Grand Seiko is still a Seiko, not close to Rolex or Tudor, not good investment. Well,
no, that is an interesting question or point.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would agree. I mean, I didn't buy my Grand Seiko to invest in watches.
Probably shouldn't. I wouldn't recommend anyone to.
I would not
buy.
recommend.
But like,
Yeah.
so for example, when I was there, right, there was a guy, right? There was a guy, and he went to the Watch Time 2019, right? 2019 is 2 years ago, right? And at the FP Journe, they were selling Havana. They had all of the FP Journes retail. Now, at that time, people said, this is not a good investment. You have to be stupid to buy these FP Journes. Guess what? Those go triple, quadruple over retail now. So
Nick, you know that
these
those
things
springs are selling over retail.
What?
Those spring watches are selling over retail at the moment.
The
spring, that one.
Spring.
Yes.
This one right here.
Yes. Cherry blossom.
Ooh, okay. So there's going to be this interesting thing about Grand Seiko. They're making a lot of these watches.
Yeah, it's over retail now, but it's probably not much higher. And since they've opened it up to the world, it's definitely going to go down. So like the exclusivity in the US is no longer there.
I'm not sure, because if Europe falls in love with this kind of watch, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the Japanese factory. But I agree. I'm not buying Seikos as an investment. Just keep in mind, Rolex demands now high premiums if you're not getting them from the AD at retail. So you can't compare it with the manufacturer suggested retail. And sometimes you get a little discount even with Grand Seiko, while with Rolex you don't get anything.
Thank you, designer. This is a grand Tim Wright edition of a Grand Seiko.
Very nice.
I love it. Thank you so much. Definitely. That's exactly what it would be like. The sprinkle dial, birthday cake dial, what I would call.
Yeah, like hundreds of thousands, aren't they? What you get on
these are extremely limited.
Nick, how would you compare your spring cherry blossom with a snowflake?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Oh, I don't have a snowflake.
Have you ever checked one out?
Yeah. So when I was buying the spring, I was actually looking at that one. I was looking at Cars and Chrono's Red Autumn one, and this one, the spring. And the reason why I chose the spring over everything else was just the same way you chose yours. Same reason why you chose yours was because of the 62 GS case. It's just so nice.
62 GS was the first one without that bezel. So basically, it's based on an old case.
Yeah, that case design just sold me over. Not even the dial. Like I was actually going for a winter dial, but they didn't have winter at that time.
Okay, in my opinion, the winter is a little bit dull. Compared to.
I'm actually thinking back now, I'm actually glad that they didn't have the winter. I really love my spring, so I think this is a good choice.
Yeah, in my opinion, compared to the snowflake, what I never liked about the snowflake is the batons are much wider and fatter. And those batons on this cherry blossom are very slim and sleek, very elegant, and that is my personal preference.
Oh no, I didn't really care about that. I didn't like the long lugs on the snowflake.
The snowflake got the long lugs, And actually, it's quite thicker as well.
Yeah, it's quite chunky compared to this.
Yeah, I also saw the green there too. It was really nice, but I wanted a spring drive.
Yeah, the gold hands. I'm not too keen on the gold hands. This is very specific watch. The green.
But here you can get an idea. Here you can get an idea what is so special about Grand Seiko. Nobody does dials and hands like Grand Seiko. Would you agree with that, Kevin?
Yeah, they're amazing, and like the people that complain about the uniqueness of the dial, that it's actually why all the dials are the same. They want consistency. So people complain about the dial patterns being all the same. Like that's what they want.
You know, nobody complains about the dial that are similar on Datejusts or on Submariner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. People just like to complain about Seiko.
So you know those dials, I was shocked to find out that like the pine, what's it called, the birch, the white birch, and all of them are actually stamped. So they're with the way they make these dials, they hand hammer them, then they create a stamp, and then they punch it out from like brass, I believe. I'm not sure
It's
what
brass,
the material
yes.
is. Yeah, out of brass. They silver coat it, or they coat it with a, for each color. So here, this is which one is this? That's the winter. For winter, they would coat it with a mixture, one type of mixture. Whereas for the blossom, they would coat it with a little bit different blend of whatever chemicals they're using there. Because for the birch, they silver coat it. And then they cover it with like a clear material twice, 2 coats. They polish it, and then they put all the indices on top of that. But it looks like they're like hand shaved or something. And
no, but
yeah,
they're stamped, yes.
Yeah,
actually,
stamped
on the US Grand Seiko page, they show the process for the silver birch, and they say they stamp it 7 times before they cut it out. So the stamping process on the silver birch takes much longer than on any other dial, because the stamp is going down 7 times before they move to the next step.
Maybe they even have
it starts out as gold, and then they change the color. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the brass, right? First it's it looks
brass
gold
or whatever it is.
The brass. I had a picture of like, actually, let me bring up this picture for illustrative purposes. Let's see here. Let me show you, because they have like all the steps isolated, but it's possible that the stamping phase kind of it's possible that it's combined as a stamping phase. It's possible that they have like 4 forms, and they stamp one part and they stamp the other, because that's the white birch. It's got like these different layers. So maybe who knows here.
So
here's
so there is a question. Yeah.
Okay, so let me zoom this in. Now, as you can see here, it starts out with just base metal plate, and then the press patterning.
So and they do it with the silver birch 7 times before they move to the next step.
Oh, it's possible that there's like 7 stamps, right? 7 stamps.
Because the silver birch is very deep compared to the pattern is very deep compared to the snowflake, for example, or our cherry blossom.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, because there's some like flat parts. There's some parts that have like dots. There's parts that look like they've been cut or shaved with something. Yeah, it's crazy. So that you get this, then they cut it out. They drill the holes for the indices, and then they silver plate it, clear coat it twice. Okay. See it? They clear coat it 2 times, then polish it. and then they go to printing, and then they put the parts, and then put all the indices together, and kablam, you get the end product. By the way, you know these indices, right? Let me show you something pretty insane. Something that I learned there. It's not that insane, but the attention to detail is pretty amazing. So look at the indices, right? You look at this one. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Okay. So it's a white dial, and the indices are polished at the top. Now you notice some of these Grand Seikos. Actually, let me go to their main page. Okay, here we go. Okay, these are good. This is a good example because there is a blue dial, one, right? And let me just show you the watch looks like. Is there a picture of a dial? Can we get close up? Okay, but these indices, they have lines going through them.
There is a micro pattern on them. Tim, I've just sent.
You know why?
I know. I've sent you a picture where you can see that better. I've just sent
you sent me a picture
right
just now?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Wait. Going on. There's like
it shows something else, but you can see the rainbow effect on the batons.
Oh yeah, but it's a different picture. Hold on. Let me just stick with this one. But so actually I think I have this on my Instagram, but I don't think I have a close up. The point. Let me explain why they did it. So one of the guys there explained it, and the dark dials get those micro lines on the indices because the lines they pick up white light reflection, whereas a flat surface will reflect dark surfaces. So on the white dial, when you have flat polished indices, the indices will look dark. You see how they have shadows. Okay. Whereas on the dark dial, when you have those hairlines, it will reflect light. So on the black dial, the indices will look light.
Yeah, they do the same thing with the hands.
Crazy.
So depending on the color,
depending on the dial,
they'll brush or polish the hands differently.
Yeah,
it's all about the light play.
It's kind of cool. Like the attention to detail is really interesting. And I had no idea. I just knew that I looked at some dials and the indices were polished. I looked at others and they had those lines. I was like, okay, this is just different, but I never knew why they were doing that. And I found that out at the show. Vlad, let's go through some chats. Vlad, Grand Seiko has been a main talking point amongst many watch people I know here, and personally know 8 to 10 who have purchased in the past 4 months. Wow. That's actually, man, people are going up and buying these up. Libra Grande, love the Grand Seiko Tim edition. Thank you so much. We got Kelly in the chat. Does Kelly have any Grand Seikos? Wondering, Kelly, if you want to hop on the show, tell us what you think about the Grand Seiko. I think she's a Tudor girl, though. Tudor, I've seen Tudors. I've seen Omega. I've seen a lot of stuff. I don't think I've seen Seikos. To the point, Ooh, is that's Tom Dwan. Is that actual Tom Dwan? Grand Seiko is like Super or Skyline. You don't care about the status of the brand like a Porsche, but the engine. Yeah, Supra. Yeah, exactly. Tom Dwan, Birminghard. They're doing awesome stuff. Yep. We can hear some snoring. T and Dickers, feel free to comment on anything that we're saying.
No, it's all right. I'm not snoring. I'm just taking all the information in and
listening.
Wondered why someone is claiming that Jonathan's boring, but he's not. He's very interesting. And I say that if you're not interested in what Jonathan's saying, why the fuck are you interested in watches? Jonathan's talking about watches, so
Yeah.
it's interesting. So someone must be in the wrong chat.
Okay. The JLC Geophysics True Seconds has the same baton type indices with fine lines engraved. Interesting. Oh, I think it's your breathing. That's what he's talking.
I think T and tickers.
Your microphone picks up.
Mine. Okay, I'll stop breathing if you like.
Yeah, just a couple of hours. If you can stop for a couple of hours.
Yeah, I'll just stop breathing. Sorry, everybody. Let's move that bit. All right. Okay. Wow.
Oh, and guys, if you're watching the show,
apologize for breathing.
Sure, no problem, no problem. Wings and Whites reminding everybody to hit the upvote button. Help us all out. I would really, really appreciate it. And we got Marty joining us. Marty, good day, gents. Welcome to the Grand Seiko special. All right, so I mentioned the indices. Now, I still want to talk about the bracelets, but let's not move quickly. So let's see here. Take this off. Yeah, as you can see, man, the new Grand Seikos that are coming out, they look ridiculously amazing.
That blue one's nice.
Oh yeah.
Just get back to that blue one, and get back to that blue dial. Forget the movement for the moment. Get that blue dial on. That dark blue dial a minute.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, look at that. That is nice. I like that.
Oh yeah, and the lake in the background, man, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it's like Sua. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the pattern for this one.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not a fan.
I can't see much of a pattern on the dial. Actually, it looks a bit flat. Is there a pattern on it?
You should bring up another picture.
It's the angle. Let me put a different angle.
Yeah.
I think here that they talk about the movement. That's why. There you go.
Here you can see.
Yeah, I like that. No, I like that. I really do like that. Jonathan, do you like that?
Minority here.
I like it.
Yeah, it's very subtle. This is because it's a dark dial. It's one of the more subtle dials. And if you think about it, like I mean, they have to keep innovating. Like blue dial, obviously you want what do you got? Clouds, you got water, and sea. So they have to.
Yeah.
So it is interesting how they're like, okay, we'll get they're working with the color schemes and they're combining it with, and even they put the Grand Seiko logo in yellow to represent like sunlight in the reflecting off the blue lake. So
the triple indices at 12, is that like a Grand Seiko thing, or was it a Seiko thing?
That is now on the new watches because they wanted to prominently outline the 12 a little bit more.
So you see that? If you see that, it's one of the new ones a few years on from now. Right. Okay.
Same thing with the hour hand. It's special to the newer watches.
Oh yeah.
Right. Got you. Okay.
With that line in the middle, yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about these new hands? Are they too big?
I don't like. I must admit, I don't like that hour hand. I don't like that hour hand. I've come to look at it. No.
How come?
I don't know. I think it's just too.
It looks cut off. It looks cut off. I like the old pointy hands.
Yeah.
Sharp.
It does. Yeah.
Sharp,
the old ones are a little bit sharper. Yeah.
The old one is sharp.
Is it wider? Is it wider than this new one than the old one hand? What's it? Just remind me what the old hour hand.
The old ones have been slimmer, smaller.
Well, actually, let's put them side by side.
Sorry, let's just have a.
That's the new one. Let's see here. Let's do Grand Seiko Snowflake.
Yeah. Okay.
Chandelier. Hey, shut that down. Your chandelier. Come on. Okay, here we go. Okay. There we go.
I much prefer the old hour hand, the pointy bit. Yeah, definitely.
They're less complicated for sure, right? So you look at the new hand, there's quite actually. Let me see. Maybe there's even a closer picture of
We could do with the same blue color really on the old one, just to give it a bit of more. If they can find one.
Oh, I don't think I can do that. But
No,
I gotta have hands close.
I think the matte surface on the new hour hand is too much. It looks a little bit dull and not that sharp and crisp.
It's too wide. It's too wide and squared off at the end. It needs to be pointy.
Well, you have to think about why they did it, right? Why?
Why did they do it?
Why did they do it? Kevin, why do you think they did it?
They definitely have explained it before. I don't remember.
Oh.
Okay, well, if they explained it, I didn't hear.
As far as I know, they just wanted to get a little bit bold and more sporty with that.
Was that the reason?
Really? Because I think one of their problems was the old design was a little bit too conservative, and now they're trying to get a little bit more bold.
Let's have a voting. Which one the audience prefers? Do you guys prefer? Hit 1 if you prefer the old style hands. Hit 1 if you like the snowflake hands, and hit 2 if you like the new fat ass hands.
Just for the hands. Just for the hands, not for the whole watch. This is just the hands.
Yeah, just the hands. We're just talking about the hands. The hands. Let's see what the audience thinks. Do you like the old or the new? The super sharp blades, they almost look like ninja style. Like you can literally slit someone's throat.
A lot of people are on the old one so far. I can say,
wow.
You have the feeling you can cut your fingers with the old one.
Oh yeah, these are like samurai swords. When the time goes, it's almost like you have a battle of two swords, right? Like you can almost hear the sound of samurais going at each other. They're just chopping, steel against steel. Who's gonna win, the hours or the seconds? Let's see. I think it's pretty one-sided. Almost everyone went for the one.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Nobody likes some junk in the trunk. Guys, you don't like junk in the trunk? Come on.
Tim, can we move on to the silver birch?
Oh, it's got even different hands?
No, but it has a different movement.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna point out. I think the reason they did it is because to differentiate the two hands from each other. Here they look like you can actually kind of mistaken minute for our hand. They're so close to each other, and you cut off the tip. Like now, they could have just cut off the tip to make them extremely different, or they could have just put the lines through the center. Maybe that would have differentiated them. But they went all out and made the two hands completely different.
Which one do you prefer, Jamie? You haven't said which ones you actually prefer.
I gotta say, I prefer the new style. I think because they're so much more complex. There's so many new angles, and the way to me it looks like I like how sharp these are, but I would imagine the manufacturing for this would be not as complicated as making something like this. So I do prefer the new style, and seeing it there in the flesh, it's not that. It's very legible, and that's the thing. I think their new focus is a lot of to make it as legible as possible. So that's why, from legibility perspective, I appreciate the new one. I'm the minority. The minority. Ahmad at Tia, the new ones are not proportional. The hour hand is too thick compared to the minute hand. It could also be the angle. Oh, here's a little bit better view.
No, it's not the angle. It's still too big. No, it's still too big. Right, look at it.
I like
it's wrong. It just looks odd. It looks as if someone's pulled it apart and put an odd set of hands on. It doesn't look right. I think the line in the middle, maybe if they kept the width, but got rid of the line in the middle, or somehow put a thin line in the other hand. It just looks odd. Okay, it just looks. One's got a line and one doesn't.
Somebody very different now. Coffin hand.
It's very different now from everybody else's hour hand. Nobody else does it like that now.
It's completely unique. You're not gonna see this kind of hour hand anywhere.
I won't want to. Fuck me, I won't want to.
Nobody wants to.
Fucking
So
want to,
spicy.
mate. Fuck me, I suddenly like the power reserve on the dial that you didn't fucking like 2 hours ago. Fuck me, give us the first one. I'll settle with the
No,
power. I'll settle with the power reserve.
Unfortunately, there is no Lume in the new type so far. I hope that line in the hour hand will be filled up with Lume at one point.
Right. So the old one has Lume, does it?
No
No.
Lume.
No, none of them have Lume.
No,
Right.
none of them have Lume, but they
No.
have like
They
these
do.
light tricks.
If you look at the sports models, they do, like the
Yeah.
GMT ones.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, but
They're not the same
dress watches
style.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, the dress watches don't.
I think a dress watch with Lume looks a bit fucking odd to me. It's just like, I don't know why, but just.
But that's the thing.
visually.
Everybody wants Lume, no matter if it's a dress
No,
watch
that's
or not.
it. Yeah.
If you look
Yeah,
at like
that's
the
true.
Rolex OPs, they have Lume. If you look at like any JLC dress watches, some of them have Lume as well. Those little Lume dots.
Yeah.
No, AL. This is like a deep archive reference. I heard or read somewhere that fatter hour hand is designed to more precisely align with hour markers. I think I said something like that in defense of a Ming watch.
Tim, could you please pull up
Yes.
that traditional GMT for a second, because I think
Wait,
it's
which one?
SBGE,
SBGE,
and then maybe 253, because I think the
Those
Lume
are
on
sports
the
ones.
exist.
Yeah, those
Yes.
are the new sports one.
And
Two.
there is
There's
Lume on the
253.
hands and also on the
Oh,
quarter.
253. You
baton.
said 2253.
No, 253.
But you said 2253.
Yeah, I'm
I didn't-
stuttering. I'm nervous
Oh. Why are you nervous? Is
because
it
of you.
a lot of pressure to be on the
Yeah,
piano
yeah.
with the
Yeah,
wristwatch
And the chicks,
celebrity?
you know that.
Yeah, as your fame increases, Tim, he just gets more nervous. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
There you have
okay,
it.
very nice.
Do we like this, chaps? Do we like this?
Got the Lume. The Lume.
So,
the Lume
so what
hands.
they did is here on the quarter batons. So at 12,
Yes.
3, 6, and 9, at the outside there is a small portion of
Square.
Lume.
More square on this. Yeah.
Yes.
Can
so
you find the Lume shot, please, Tim?
Oh,
Put in
that's
Lume
gonna be
shot.
tough.
I think the Lume shot's very ugly. It's.
I'd like to see it. Sorry, just.
It's
Yeah,
very
just
ugly
like-
because it's not loomed in every indice. So
I'd like to see what it says. So get a Lume shot.
Yeah, but what they did is they kept the shape of their batons basically, and managed to add some Lume inside.
Yeah, cutting it here near the end and filling that space with Lume.
I'm trying
And
to find a
also,
Lume shot.
it looks like they kept a very similar hand design, except they cut off the tips everywhere.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of Lume. I'll try to get the Lume. Let's see here. 6,200.
So that could be a preview of what's to come if they ever put Lume in the new hands.
Lume. Ooh.
Oh,
that's
there we go.
Lume.
Oh, that's it. That's awful. That's it.
Hey,
was that it?
Look, hey, this is
that
a little bit better. It's a
can
little
do.
bit better picture here.
Oh, fucking hell! Really?
It's better than nothing, right? Better
no,
than
no.
nothing.
I agree. Yes.
Do you take Lume or no Lume at all?
It depends
At that
if the
point-
shit or not.
Yeah, there you go.
Pull up the 44 GMTs, the 44 millimeter.
Yes, I'm trying to find a link because that
think
has the Lume bezel.
Yeah, the Lume
Tim,
bezel.
I'm sending you a link in the private chat.
I must admit, when I do wear my watches in bed and I wear a dress watch without Lume, and then I wake up and think, "What time is it?" Look, oh fuck, I haven't got the right watch on. I can't see what time it is. You know what I mean? I mean, I wore my Presage like last few days, and it didn't have a Lume on it, and I woke up and looked up. Oh my god, I don't know what time it is.
What's this?
Oh.
So,
can you open the file?
Oh, the file? You sent me the file?
Yeah, in the private chat.
Oh,
in the private chat.
Right. Wait, why is this? Oh, okay, never mind. Got a little bit confused there. Second. Like, is there a new snowflake or something? No. Okay. Let's see the file in the private chat. It's actually a file. Ooh. Okay. There we go.
Oh, that's the one with the Lume bezel.
That's pretty cool. I love the Lume in the bezel.
And the extra thing is the little dot at 12 on the chapter ring, which is also lumed.
Do you need the Lume in every indice?
In my opinion, you can read it perfectly by night.
Here's the thing. I with all the Lume that's in the Explorer 2, I find that it doesn't really last that long, because you really need to be going from, this Lume is designed for going from like a place of a lot of sun into the place that's completely dark almost instantly. But because like I would be outside today, right? So the watch would charge, but then by the time it's nighttime, it would like fade and you wouldn't be able to see it. So in Vegas, actually, I could see it a lot. I could see the Lume a lot on the watch, because we go from day into a casino, and it's like dark, so you can see the Lume. But otherwise, I barely ever see the Lume on my Explorer 2. So I don't know. I think like Lume is good, but I wouldn't really be like demanding Lume, because I think Lume is a little bit overrated.
Yeah,
Especially.
Lume's not for Grand Seiko. If you want a Lume from Seiko, you got to go the Tuna series or one of the Prospect series.
Yeah, I think that's better. That's my thinking, and that's the Libro Grande says, I have it. Agree, too thick GMT, although wears thinner / comfortable. Now, in my opinion, Grand Seiko really needs to remake their dive watches line, because at this point, I mean, they're 45 millimeters big. That is just way too big. You look at the new GMT, right? The automatic series. Let's see here. It's 40.5. That's a 41 millimeter watch. That is a serious improvement. It's like it's smaller than Explorer 2.
These wear really nicely.
Yeah,
they're really tall. Yeah, even the 44s, they wore really nicely. So I wouldn't let the dimensions scare you guys off. Try it on at the boutique, because they all wear really nicely.
Oh yeah, amazing stuff. Amazing.
Yeah, this is the same Lume pattern as well. You have the missing indices for Lume.
Although, like, so they revamped their dress line, right? They're revamping their GMT line. Are they going to revamp the diver line?
Oh, I hope so.
They definitely did. So. The first watch they released with the new movements was a diver. It's massive.
Yeah, but it's still the same design, in my opinion. And in my opinion, Grand Seiko's weak point is really the diver's line.
Yeah, this new SBG ep228. What the dimension? They slimmed it down a little bit. Okay, because now it's 43.8.
Which one is this one? This one is.
So this they're saying this is the new one. That's
no,
the high beat.
No, you gotta look at the reference number. SBGH is just their old high beat. So if you start with, let's say, the SLGA 001.
This is, I'm just looking at their website.
Yeah, no. So
right
if
here.
you want the new movement, they have divers with the new movement.
Oh.
I think it's SLGA 001.
Oh, 1 second. Hold on. Ray says Grand Seiko SBJ237. SBJ237. I just shouted you the Lume. The Lume. Oh, there's the Lume. The Lume. Oh, it's got the Lume in the bezel. That's kind of what we were looking at, right?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. I bet it's a little bit even better because it's got the contrast. It's got the contrast, right? See that? Wow.
Yeah, this works really nicely.
Wow. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. That's what I'm saying. They got a lot going for them. I was glad to be there. I'm really happy and on all the improvements that the Grand Seiko is bringing to the table. And it was actually really fun chatting with the Grand Seiko community. Okay. There's very different kind of people. They're not like, because a lot of Rolex people, like we're really into that investment. Is the watch going to hold value? But a lot of those people, they just got a Grand Seiko because the watch was beautiful, and they like talking about the watch, looking at the watch. So completely different crowd, guys. But on this note, we're gonna wrap this up. By the way, today is daylight savings. Didn't you know that? Damn it.
We had it last week.
Yeah, it was today for me. So
right.
Great show. Oh, he sent me the pic. Wait. Oh, wait. Does he have it? Wait. When did he send it to me? Let's see here. Did he send it to me on my website? Ah, he sent it to me on the website. Okay, here we go. Okay, I can show it like this actually. Let's see here. It's actually here.
Oh, nice Lume shot.
Let's see.
When it finally
Look at
goes in
that.
focus. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's nice, that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Wow. That's the thing. Actually, I do need to get into photography. A lot of the guys who were invited there to the Grand Seiko event, they were like professional wristwatch photographers, like this guy Adam. He actually he took like he collaborated with Grand Seiko to make some like movement art. See that?
That is
so everyone, and it's printed on like metal. Oh, and he signed Adam. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this watch, but now it's the time is up.
We'll talk.
You still gotta talk about the bracelets. How bad they are.
Yeah.
We talked
That's
about
the thing.
They're not that bad.
One thing to say about the bracelets, actually, they're not that bad. Okay, all things considered, they're not that bad. Dude, can they improve them? Yes. Can they have massive improvements? Definitely. Massive improvements are possible. Like if they add a glide lock or some kind of extension system, it'd be perfect. But I think like if you size the watch correctly, it's
I don't think they will, because they've mentioned before that they've made the bracelet so that you can get a perfect fit. So they don't, at least in the foreseeable future. If there's enough people clamoring for it, because they did it for the battery reserve, the power reserve, right? They eventually moved it to the back because people kept complaining about it. Maybe we might see that happen.
You complain long enough.
I'm very sure. Everybody complains about it. In every watch review, you hear that. Everybody's complaining about that. And knowing the Japanese and knowing Seiko, they are working already on that. I'm very sure.
Yeah, but if it's as bad as whatever it is now, it's going to be terrible.
It takes a long time. It takes a long time to make a bracelet that you can make an extension, and that's going to be very reliable. With that said, though, now they did 2 movements. Maybe they'll focus a little bit. You know, like they improved the dials. In my opinion, they improved the hands. They're more complicated. They improved the movements, the bracelets should be next, because the bracelets haven't changed for quite a while. I want to see an improvement there. But with this said, guys, thank you for watching today's live show. We're going to do another episode tomorrow, and then Thursday I'm going to London. So London shows are going to be next week. Then when I come back, I'm going to stick with the regular schedule. I can't travel anymore. It's going to kill me. Traveling is literally going to kill me. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Safe travels.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, Archie is... Oh, he's live now. So make sure that you... If you're interested... The drama! It continues on Archie's channel. See you guys tomorrow.